Hi everyone, just 1 second while I flip the camera, hang on. Sorry, there we go.
Hi everyone, welcome to our Joico professional support product session today. My name's Dunk Richards, here with Sabre Education Experience. So guys, hold on there for a minute. We'll just give everyone a minute to jump on there before we get started. So just give us 1 minute there. Hope you're having a great day out there. Hope there's lots happening in the salon. You're really super busy and you've just taken a little bit of time out to grab a bite to lunch, have a coffee and really chill out and really sort of share some information with us. Before we get started, guys, I did just want to jump on and explain a little bit about our Sabre Education Experience Forum, what this private page is all about. And the key thing is really not just about us sharing information for you, but we would love to see your content, see what you're doing in the salon, seeing what's really relevant for you in the salon at the moment, share some formulas, share some ideas, some customer experiences that you can really enlighten and really add to other people's day and other people's knowledge and experience. So look forward to you. Please jump onto the group, put some of your great experiences on there. So we're going to jump into today, which is our Joico Professional Support Series. And today we're really going to be covering off a couple of key product categories. Number one is of course the Joico heritage of K-Pack, Joico K-Pack hair repair system, and also our Defy damage system as well. They're really two of our key support areas that we work with when it comes to particularly professional, working with professional products in the salon. Color, smoothing services, texture services, K-Pack waves, etc. All of these different areas. So today I'm going to start with the real heritage of Joico products and what we're all about. We are about hair repair. We are about reconstruction. We are about health. We are the healthy hair company. So from there we begin with, of course, our K-Pack hair repair system range. Guys, you'll see it here. This is the current packaging that you will have known it in, but what I'd like to highlight, you'll start to see it coming now in the beautiful new packaging, which you will see over here. So with that, this is our new packaging for the ultimate hair repair system. You'll see coming through, change in shape in bottles. We've now gone to a round bottle. It has the new smart release technology on it there as well. And also the thing which is the wonderful people at Joico have added here is each step of the hair repair is simply listed on the bottle, on the packaging here. So it's really super easy for you to follow. So what we're going to do is, number one, start with each of those steps. What it is, what it does, and how it will benefit you in the salon. I will point out, of course, when I'm in the salon doing these treatments, I've always got my beautiful Joico apron on here. So hopefully you'll like that. You're looking sharp with it today. So let's go to our hair repair system. Step number one, clarifying shampoo, which is the first step here to begin with. A clarifying shampoo is really about cleansing the hair. So if a client walks into your salon and number one, they have maybe a chlorine buildup on their hair, they could have a wax or an oil type buildup. Their hair's maybe gone a bit off color with that chlorine and chemical buildup. Utilizing our clarifying shampoo is designed to remove buildup from the exterior and surface of the hair. It will also remove mineral and product buildup, which is amazing for a clarifying shampoo. So really simply, how do we use step one? We apply it to damp hair at the basin. From there, we apply it through and we leave it for 2 to 5 minutes. Now, while that is actually on the hair, we would actually work it, emulsify it, and really work that hair. You can imagine just utilizing your fingers to really emulsify the mid-lengths and ends of the hair will really help activate and really remove any of that buildup or product. It can stay on there for us, it says 2 to 5 minutes. If there is still buildup on the surface of the hair that you're working on, you can repeat the process. So just do it again. Anything from there. You'll notice I was talking about working the mid-lengths to ends. If you're working on a client who is going to be having a chemical service, make sure to begin with you're not massaging that scalp. So really just work mid-lengths to ends. From there, guys, repeat the process if necessary and then move on to step two. Step 2 is of course our cuticle sealer through here. Now it's a pH neutralizer, or we tend to know it as an acidifier. So when looking at our cuticle sealer, step 2, when a client walks into our salon and they have dry or damaged hair, pre-color service, after color service, they might have chemically, mechanically damaged hair, environmentally damaged. What we look at with that hair shaft is it's usually going to be a little bit swollen and the cuticle might be lifted, raised, broken or damaged. So what cuticle sealer will do is actually acidify and reduce the pH of that hair, which has actually made it more swollen. It will also close down those cuticle layers, so it gives you this really nice, smooth, clean, clear surface to work on. All of a sudden the hair is basically more reflective, it's less knotty and less porous because the cuticle's being closed and that swelling's been reduced. So when we're working with this, it normalizes the hair shaft. So immediately, smoother, sleeker, shinier hair. It is an acidifier. Some people think it's a conditioner. It's not a conditioner. It's just part of that hair repair. The conditioning process comes later. So move on to step 3. Our step 3, okay, is of course K-Pak Deep Penetrating Reconstructor. Now, when we're looking at our K-Pak Deep Penetrating Reconstructor, we will also see through there that this is that amazing reconstructor that has won, 17 years in a row, the #1 reconstructing product in the world, voted by hairdressers. So this is our protein reconstructor. Our hair, when we look at it, is around about 80% protein. So from there, this is putting the strength back into that hair. It's really giving us that really resilience. So when we want to then maybe color that hair, our color's going to take better. It's going to last longer. So it's giving us amazing strength. Protein doesn't make the hair feel soft and smooth. That's the job of moisture and essential oils and amino acids, etc. from there. So that's where we move on to our next step, which is of course our step 4, step 4, which is K-Pak Intense Hydrator. Now, when working with that, our K-Pak Intense Hydrator, this is what really adds into the hair now, our actual moisture content from the hair. So from there, we're going to get a really great amount of moisture on the hair. It's going to give us that malleability, that workability to the hair, so the hair becomes soft and malleable and workable. So K-Pak Reconstructor will add that strength, and then when we actually add the moisture content, intense moisturizer, then that will actually give us our softness and our suppleness and our real shine to the hair. So we touch on every part of hair repair and hair reconstruction when we do our K-Pak hair repair system. 1, cleanse. Make sure there's nothing to stop us from actually repairing that hair. Nothing to prevent us, no debris or anything. From there, number 2, we then go to cuticle sealer. Cuticle sealer will of course normalize the size and shape of the hair. Step 3 is going to be going to our K-Pak Reconstructor for strength and repair. And step 4 will then be moving on to Intense Hydrator, moisture, softness, suppleness, and shine. So with each of those guys, we're getting an amazing step-by-step breakdown to completely repair the hair from start to finish. So when we're working with it, guys, from there, it's an amazing treatment, not only to do as a daily treatment, as a weekly treatment for your client, but this can also be done prior to chemical services. So when we're looking at utilizing it, of course, one of the key things prior to a chemical service, when our client's hair is maybe dry or damaged, they're coming in for a color. We don't want to wait until that color's done before we provide a treatment. Let's get that hair in the best possible condition we can to ensure that once we actually do our color, we can actually get, again, a more resilient, longer lasting color. So from here, guys, we will start to see now straight away, what's the process we do in working with this? Number 1, we will actually do our step 1, which is over here, of course, our clarifying shampoo. that will really cleanse the hair for us. We can do that. If you're happy with how the hair, or what's been on the hair, that it's actually not being used there. So what we can do is actually utilize that to ensure we cleanse it. We're right to either do a permanent wave, do our color service, whichever it might be. Step 2 was our cuticle sealer. We would also do that step. We would then go to step 3, rinse, and go to step 3, reconstructor. Again, we would then rinse, and then we could actually stop, towel dry that hair off, and move forward with our chemical service. Notice I did also say with that, guys, you can do this also prior, not only to a color service, but also prior to a texture service, a K-Pack wave service, or something along those lines. So with working with that, guys, it's a great option. Once you've completed your chemical service, you would then come back and finish after your color with step 3, sorry, fingers correct, step 3 or step 4 within that chemical service area. So guys, an amazing way to give you longer lasting, better color results with whichever color line you're using. Of course, it works in harmony with both your Vero K-Pack color and of course your LumiShine color service from there. So that's one of our treatment services. Now we're actually going to go, guys, to our next service from there, which is, of course, is our Defy Damage. So we've got 2 different areas here that we can work with. I'm just going to switch our camera around there. Okay, turn around, thank you. Okay, so working with our Defy Damage. Julie, if we can just pan up to the top here, guys, we've got our two options of professional services prior to a color treatment. One is our K-Pack professional. 2, we have Defy Damage. Defy Damage is a bond repairing treatment service. So when we're using that, this is really, really simple. We can actually use it using our Pro Series 1 and our Pro Series 2. Working with this Pro Series 1, okay, is our working through here. It's our Defy Damage Pro Series. It is our protector, so it prevents any damage in the hair. Our Pro Series 2 we use after shampooing with our Defy Damage shampoo at the end of the color service, and then we would apply Pro Series 2 Defy Damage. This would actually again act on repairing bonds in the hair. So protective and repair, both options are being covered there for us. Really, really simple. The great thing I love about utilizing this, number 1, we simply shake the can really well, and make sure when you're using this, shake it very, very well. I had actually, in applying it to the hair, I'll use my beautiful mannequin over here. We would actually start at the back of the hair, and we would work down, spraying down in short bursts. Take small sections as you work through. You can just use those sections with your fingers and spray through. Continue to really shake as you work it through and spray it down on the hair. When you work to the front areas of the hair, I would also suggest when we do this, work to the front and stand at the front so that when we're actually shaking and spraying down, we're spraying away from the client's face. That way, again, we're not getting any fumes or anything close to their face. We're actually working away. It gives a really nice client comfort. It's just so important for us. The great thing, Defy Damage, number 1, it will protect the hair from any of your chemical service that you're doing. 2, it will also, from there, allow the color to take more evenly, as well as particularly in lightening services, it actually allows your color to process even a little bit faster or lighten a little bit quicker. So it's a great addition to what it actually does. So that's Defy Damage, instant, quick, and fast for you to work with within the salon. Guys, on the other hand, if we're in the salon, I've done a normal color service, and I'm not going to be actually, for example, doing a Defy Damage series treatment on my client. I'm going to be maybe just working that color through the ends. I'm color balancing. In that instance, okay, I would always use my HKP, which is my porosity equalizer. HKP, very simply, is a hydrolyzed keratin protein in a liquid form. So it gives you, number 1, it repairs and reconstructs the hair, so a more even result, which again attributes to a longer lasting result in your color service. To work with it, we would simply spray it, guys, through the mid-lengths to ends. It's got a beautiful fragrance to it as well. Your clients will love it. The dampening of the hair also helps even porosity, and it makes your color slip a little bit more easily and quickly through the hair, so it's fantastic for application there. It's got this great little lock on it as well in the salon, guys, so a quick little tip when you're using it, just click that in. So if it's on the bench, it won't slip, okay? If you're taking it or traveling with it somewhere, it's easy to travel with, okay, or easy to use in the salon, and just flick that if you've got gloves on from there. Along with that, guys, I'd like to point out a few other little things that we offer as a full service color company, and it's important that you know that when you're working with a brand such as Sabre and Joico, that you have everything covered that you actually need to utilize to perform all color services in your salon. So, number one, as we know, we've got the great aprons here. Little pocket so you can put your combs, clips, everything in there, easy access for you to get straight to. On top of that, just pointing out a few things here, we also have our bowls and brushes through here. You'll see from here, okay, if you want larger bowls, or if you're starting out as a hair colorist, you want to be a little bit more controlled in your application, or you're doing smaller, more refined application, we've also got small brushes as well. We've got these great bowls that allow you not only to sit and have a non-slip surface on your actual trolley, but you can actually clip them together. So when you're working with them, you can put multiple colors in. You can mark them with a water eraser so you can note what colors you've actually got on there. It's really easy then if you've got multiple colors you're doing for a creative color service. On top of that, we also have, for example, our Joico bottles. These are a soft touch bottle. So when you're doing a demi-liquid or a DD cream or something that you want to do a nice quick application through and work it through, these are fantastic. That soft touch ensures that they're not too difficult to really squeeze and work through, so the product comes out really easily. But you've still got a nice fine tip applicator for accuracy when you're applying the color. On top of that, guys, we of course have things such as our beautiful Joico towels, okay? We also have our Foil Me foils, and these are a great option for you in the salon in that they're a great non-slip foil. So you actually apply it straight into the hair, and when they go on there, they basically stick to the hair virtually, so it makes it really easy to stop, fold over, and you're done. You don't have to continue folding and folding. So a really quick option. On top of that then, we also have our course capes. Now guys, just so you're aware, we've actually been researching these. We've been doing some trials recently with salons and finding out what you like about the capes that we've actually had in the past and we've been working with. How light do you like them? Do you like the lighter, the thicker? Of course, everybody likes those hand holes for their clients to work through. So with that, we're actually right now producing some new capes. So be on the lookout. They're not here right yet, but it won't be too long, and there'll be some new capes for you to be seeing as well out there in the market. So great color-proof, waterproof, or water-resistant, not proof, okay, water-resistant capes. And of course, guys, from there, one of the key other support products we also have is our stainless. Now, with the stainless, this is of course a color remover. When I say color remover, it's a color remover for the skin, for the hairline. When we're working through with something along these lines, we always recommend a little bit of cotton wool, because cotton wool is nice and gentle on the skin. Dampen it down when you're working with it, and then you would apply it and work and erase any color on the skin or the hairline that you've actually, once you've applied your color. The faster that you can do that, guys, the better your result will be in removing. But you will also find repeat applications will actually start to remove and take away a little bit more staining each time. So really dampen and soak your cotton wool down, apply and work it through and rub on, leave it for a bit, come back a minute or so later and again and reapply. You'll find it will really start to lift and lighten any color for those people who have that more porous skin particularly that really wants to grab and stain color. This is a fantastic option, minimal smell, so you hardly smell anything from this when you use it. So again, client comfort is really important for it. Guys, so what I'd like to do just to wrap up today's session, okay? Guys, if you've had any questions, I will get to them later as well. But I'd like to just touch on a couple of things with treatments. And quite often people will ask, well, what should I charge for a treatment service? How much should it be? We as a company, of course, will never dictate to people what you charge. That varies depending on the area that you live in, the suburbs, the affluence of what you believe you should charge as a hairdresser for your salon, and what you value your service at. Certainly what we've done though for you as a little bit of a breakdown to give you a guide with your Defy Damage service. We put together this little chart that you can see up here, and it will give us a little breakdown of the Defy Damage service. So for example, if you were to charge $5 for a Defy Damage service, and you'd purchased that product within our Deluxe Pro Series kit, your cost would have been $97.50 to purchase. You can do up to 50 treatments with that kit. So therefore, you've got a revenue of $250 at $5 a service. So you've got a profit there, guys, of $152.50 for each of, for a total, for basically purchasing one kit, okay, 2 products. It's literally, like a 30-second to 1 minute application, and you're adding on it every time. As this scale goes up, and you will see, for example, at $10, your gross profit would then be $402. If you're charging $15 for a service, $652, and $20 for a service, $902. So this is a great opportunity, number one, for you to improve your clients, protect your clients' hair, improve the condition, ensure their color lasts longer, and in doing that, it's also a great opportunity to you to add more value to your ticket in the salon, so that you're becoming more profitable in what you do. You're not only just offering a better service, you're ensuring you're actually really being profitable for yourself and your salon business. Guys, this is really at the lower end of the scale. From there, as to what you charge, you may want to charge up to $35, $40, $50 for your treatment, and that is your choice. But we'd like to give you a guide as to how that can benefit you in the salon and how you can work that into your salon services. So guys, from there, that is our key from here. Guys, we will post some of these guides up here so you can actually see how each of the services work once we're finished today on our Facebook page. We've also got a little breakdown here as well, I think is really important, on the follow-up and maintenance when we're working with our Joico products with color, how they work, Defy Damage particularly. We've got our little policeman here, he's our protector. So it's very much that protector in our color service. Then we have K-Pack, okay? That client's hair, they walk in, that hair is damaged, it's dry, it's brittle and broken. Then of course we want to go to our K-Pack as our maintenance. It's our ambulance, we need to really put the bandages on. Or then we also have a K-Pack color therapy. So it's really for high protection of color services, particularly people with, again, a more, for example, a higher developer service that you've done on a client, 30, 40 volume, for example, maybe from there. Or for example, a really fashion or intense red. It's that super extra protection of that color service. So guys, that gives us a breakdown. I hope you found today really informative. We've covered our hair repair system. We've also covered our Defy Damage system, along with the wonderful support products that we've got for you to work with in your salon from there. Please share any questions you've got from there. We'd love to get back to you on Facebook and reply to any of those responses. On top of that, guys, we have on tomorrow's session for our Facebook, we have Dylan Quinn in New Zealand who'll be covering the Kramer permanent range from there. So look forward to that. Along with next week, we've got 3 classes next week. Number 1, we have our red balayage with Carolyn Gahan. Don't miss that one. On top of that, we also have a very own Carly Canham, who's also going to be doing a really cool balayage technique, how she works through that process. Again, one to really jump on and really get your skill set up with that. And then we have, of course, some further information. We have a Shine on Lumishine. It's a Get the Gloss with Lumishine class, and it's covering our Demi ranges from there with Richard Watson. So guys, please jump on next week, send us some questions, but most importantly, share your information and your experiences in the salon at our Sabre Education Experience page. Thanks guys, hope you've enjoyed it. See you tomorrow and next week. Send us your info in between. Thanks guys.